Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Superman again, but this time, will there be a Superman Saga? James Gunn, and I feel like I just talk about James Gunn all the time. James Gunn essentially teased the future of Superman. Now, we know, we talked about it in the last podcast. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it may have been this last one or the one before. I think it was the one before. I think we talked about it on Monday. We know that James Gunn has essentially confirmed the next Superman installment in the DCU. It's not a direct sequel to Superman. It's called The Super Family. James Gunn went and doubled down on that. And he had this to say. Gunn, and this is from the Hollywood Reporter, Gunn also gave a little tease for what's next after the success of Superman, which he wrote and directed, revealing, "I've already finished the treatment for the next story in what I'll call the Superman Saga. The treatment is done, which means a very, very worked out treatment." Which means a very worked out treatment. I was expecting something more to be after that. "I'm working on that and hopefully going into production on that not too far away from today." Superman Saga. When I think of the keyword saga, I'm thinking of multiple films. 3-4 films. So we possibly are getting a trilogy. Now, hopefully, we get a standalone sequel. Okay, y'all saw the thumbnail of my recent video that I just posted. I think it actually was today. I am craving to see a direct Superman sequel. My gosh, we ain't had one since 1978 when the first one came out, and I don't even know the exact date that the sequel came out. It was obviously in the 80s. Okay. We deserve a Superman sequel. We've had it with Batman. We're fixing to get another one with Batman. We've had it with Wonder Woman. Can we get a direct Superman sequel for once? Direct, meaning a individual story. Because specifically, I didn't get what I want in the first one, even though I enjoyed this latest installment of Superman. There was a whole lot that I would have done that would have made the film 10 times better. And I'm not questioning you. I'm not questioning you, Mr. James Gunn. But if we would have had a lot more Lois Lane and Superman interactions, even Clark Kent interactions, Superman, more Daily Planet, and if it would have felt like a more classic tale in that front, I would have been a happy camper. I'm still a happy camper, but I would have been an even more happy camper. But that's something I want to see in a sequel. A standalone sequel. I don't want Supergirl in it. I don't want Crypto in it. Let's go back to the MCU. Captain America had his individual film, and then in his sequel movie, it introduced the Falcon, and you had Black Widow, and obviously in his last film, his third and final film, you had a whole bunch of them. I get it. But essentially, we got Civil War in the first movie. So let me get an actual just Captain America First Avenger type energy with this coming up. Hopefully, a Superman movie, because we got a saga here. So we're already going to have another installment, which is going to be the Super Family, which will probably more than likely be the Winter Soldier-ish movie that you could say, so to speak, because we're going to have Kara Zor-El. It's going to be some type of buddy adventure with Kara, and maybe even throw Crypto in there in some way, form, or fashion. We love Crypto. I enjoyed Crypto in the last movie. But, yeah. After that, I want a standalone just movie, please. Please. I mean, there's so much potential here. I don't think James Gunn understands how much money he could make on making a classic tale. If you win over the Snyder Bros and people who did not like this last movie, and you win them over in making that classic tale, we will be eating good. We will be eating good. So that is something I want to see in this Superman saga. Something else I would love to see, some build up the dark side, and this ain't even in my notes. This is a nugget from the top of my head. I want to see dark side. Look, have not seen dark side live action. Um, Even though you really want to save that for a Justice League type movie, because you want Darkseid to be the antagonist for a Justice League movie. It's really fitting. There's no denying it. It's the perfect. Just Darkseid's it. But I just want to see that. I want to see that. I want to expand on Superman's rogue gallery, because we've seen these same characters over and over. General Zod and Lex Luthor. Love Lex Luthor. I love General Zod, but Jesus, can we get something else? Can we get some Parallax? Brainiac, who is the one that I do not understand, they will not do. Can we get some Brainiac in there? All of that. And there's other characters. Did I say Parallax or Parasite? I meant not Parallax. I meant Parasite. I'm over here talking about a Green Lantern villain. Parasite. Metallo. Darkseid. I know I've said Brainiac already. Is there any more? Toyman? Whatever. Those are like from the top of my head. Even Mongol. That would be a great one. I would love to see that. So this is what I want to see in the Superman movie. I'm sick of the same antagonist over and over. Even though I love Lex Luthor, I want to see Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor back in some way, form, or fashion. That's what I want to see. But I don't know what a saga could mean. I really don't. I'm just going off of what my interpretation of it. I'm guessing, and it's a hard guess, but I'm guessing that this is supposed to be like 3 to 4 movies, Superman Saga, and even I don't even think this is including a potential Justice League movie. If it is including a Justice League movie, it sucks, but I hope it's not. I hope we get like 3 to 4 Superman movies and then get eventually a Justice League movie. I'd be happy. I know David Cornsweet, this is his first movie. I'm pretty sure David Cornsweet signed on for the next 10 years. So James Gunn is going to milk it. We're going to get all the Superman content that we want in the next coming years. But most importantly, what to take away from this, though, I love that Superman's getting prioritized. We've seen in the last couple of years that DC has very pretty much been Batman reliant in every way, form, or fashion when it comes to comic books, animated films, and just regular films in general. For the past 15, 20 years, the media and DC and their Warner Brothers and their productions have been very Batman reliant. Okay, they're making even a little spin-off movie, which looks absolutely horrific, by the way. A little spin-off series of an Aztec Batman. We've had Ninja Batman, Batman Ninja, however you want to say it. We've had so many Batman animated films, Batman movies. It's just Batman, 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 Batman. And even Wonder Woman, to a certain degree, in my opinion, has been more prioritized than Superman. So it's good to finally see Superman be a priority because he deserves it. You can argue on most people's list around the world, he is part of the big 3: Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. Those are your top 3 characters in the comic book genre. And it feels like Superman has been playing second fiddle to everybody else in the DC universe. Spider-Man's been getting his shine for the last 20, 25 years. Same for Batman, not Superman. And a lot of that has to do because a lot of people are not Superman fans. Just general audience in general. People do not like Superman because he's not relatable. People love relatable characters, and that's why people like me gravitate towards Batman and Spider-Man. I love Superman, but those two are my favorite over Superman. But it is very good, and I'm very glad that Superman is finally getting prioritized. Now that a lot of that probably has to do with James Gunn, because James Gunn is a Superman guy, really. Even though he did confess at the carpet he grew up loving Batman and Batman is his favorite character. It's actually the first character that he named off in his favorite characters. But recently it seems like he's found a love for Superman. I think Superman is a character that James Gunn is trying to pretty much make a name for himself for. Like being the architect and the way that he was able to revolutionize Superman into a figure that everybody can love. I think that's a tactic that James Gunn is trying to use. Like the same, just like Christopher Nolan, when you think about Christopher Nolan, Batman. just Batman. You just think about Christopher Nolan, you think Dark Knight. Although, I mean, Christopher Nolan, we're talking about the great Christopher Nolan here. Interstellar, Time. Is it Time? Or is it I cannot remember the name of that movie. Interstellar, the Dark Knight trilogy, Oppenheimer, the one movie that had anyways, I can't think of it. But y'all, you guys would know what I'm talking about if I would think about it. It was back in like 2011, 2010. I can't quite remember. But anyways, moving away from that. But James Gunn is essentially trying to make his own staple when it comes to Superman. But I'm just glad he's finally getting prioritized, and it is good for the character and it is good for the DCU in my opinion, because Superman is the leader of the Justice League. It's good that we're establishing him. So in that case, when we eventually get Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and everyone else, they can all just follow suit. I just really wish, though, that we could really space these projects out. I'm not really a huge fan of already getting something Superman, because we already know we're getting Supergirl, so we're actually getting something else Superman. So, and that, well, essentially we're getting something else Superman before we're getting Wonder Woman or Batman. Or just, I don't like that. I kind of would have just took a break with Superman and went ahead and moved on with that Wonder Woman movie and the Batman movie, and then maybe try and release the Superman and the Batman movie in the same year, same time frame. I would have been down with that, but I kind of wanted a break from Superman. But we know we're about to get Hal Jordan, so hey, Superman content. We cannot complain. But what do you guys think about the Superman saga? Do you think this is going to be 3 or 4 movies? Do you think it's going to be less than that? Do you think it's going to be more than that? Do you think it's going to involve a Superman eventual Justice League movie? Is that part of the Superman saga? Do you think, what characters do you want to see? Antagonists, protagonists? I want to know all of your comments down below.